Hello and welcome to our Microsoft Teams for Trainers. My name is Mo Jones and I'll be guiding you through this course today. We'll cover what you need to know as a trainer when you're conducting meetings with Teams. This is interactive, so be ready to pause the video and practice. If you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe. If you're looking to earn certificates and watch videos without ads, sign up for Learnit Anytime, our dedicated online training subscription service. Check the link in the description for more information. If you have any questions you want answered by one of our instructors, please join our offsite community. The link is in the description as well. As always, if this course has exercise files, you'll find them in the video description below. Let's take a look at our learning outcomes for today. Notice that we have three primary outcomes that we want to accomplish for today. We want to effectively schedule meetings, and we want to be able to adjust those meeting options before our meeting starts so that we can be set up to win here. We also want to be able to effectively host a meeting within a Teams channel, to be specific. So we'll take a look at that as well. And the goal is we want to really be able to just keep all of the information in one spot. So we can start the conversation before our meeting, and we can continue the conversation after the meeting as well. We want to go ahead and discover the use of meeting tools such as breakout rooms and sharing PowerPoints as well. And we'll take a look at some other useful tools that will help us to make the most out of our meetings. So who should attend? This is for team supervisors, content managers, information managers, and project managers as well. So we have a few tasks here in the form of mini lessons. We want to go ahead and schedule a meeting. We'll spend some time using the chat space so we can start the conversation before the meeting actually takes place. It's a good idea to conduct a test call and have a run through so we can take a look at some of the hosting tools that are available for us. We're actually going to go ahead and start a meeting, and we'll take a look at some of the tools. And after the meeting, we'll go ahead and download our attendance and take a look at the data that was gathered there as well. So go ahead and open up your Teams. Hopefully you have a team and a channel that's already available. If not, go ahead and pause this video. Make sure that you have a team and a channel that you can modify, and come right back. Welcome back. Well, I went ahead and launched my Microsoft Teams desktop app. And if you take a look, I currently have a team here. It's called the technology team. And underneath this team, I have two channels. One is a standard channel, which is called asset management, in which everyone that's a member of my technology team will be able to interact with this channel. And then I have a private channel inside of my team here called IT budget, where I only have a few specific people from my team that can access this channel here as well. So at this point, what I want to do, I want to go ahead and actually schedule a meeting. Notice I'm currently on the asset management channel. I'm going to head on over to the top right of my screen. And I want to take advantage of this meet icon here. Notice I can go ahead and conduct a meeting right now, or I can use the drop down here to go ahead and schedule a meeting. So I want to go ahead and do that. I'll go back to my IT budget, my private channel here, and currently, as you can see, you cannot schedule a meeting yet, at least from a private channel. And so we would need to go to the calendar and invite those members individually there as well. So I'll go back to my asset management channel here, and I want to go ahead and schedule a meeting. It's going to open up another window for me where I can enter some information regarding my meeting. So here's my meeting. I just need to go ahead and fill this out here. So I can go ahead and add the title. I can go ahead and add some required attendees, which I'll go ahead and do. And if I want to, I can go ahead and add some details here. I want to point out that because we used the feature to schedule the meeting right from our channel, it actually populates the channel right here for us, right into our channels area. So notice it's on the technology team, and the channel is the asset management. So I'll go ahead and fill this out. I'll call this monthly meeting. And I'll go ahead and set the date here. Maybe I'll put it the 1st of the month here, so April 1st, and I'll change the time, give everyone some time after lunch here, kind of get settled in, then we'll meet. At this point, I'll go ahead and add the required attendees. We'll just add a few here. And maybe one more. Okay. If I wanted to, I can go ahead and add some optional attendees, but I'm pretty much okay for now. We can take advantage of the scheduling assistant. We can have a sneak peek into each person's calendar here and just kind of look for any conflicts along the way. So I'm pretty much good to go. I'm going to go ahead and click on send, and this will bring me back to my channel where I can have the opportunity to come back into this meeting and edit some of the meeting details. So here we are, we're back to that channel. Here's our asset management channel. And now we see the posting here for our monthly meeting. So now if I were to go ahead and click on the more options here, I can actually go back into that meeting. So now that the meeting is scheduled, I have some options in there that I can take advantage of. And more specifically, now that the meeting has been created, I have this meeting options here that I can use and make sure that I can set up some things before my meeting actually takes place. So I'll do my due diligence. I'll make sure everything is set up so that my meeting can run very, very smoothly. So I'll go ahead and click on meeting options. It's going to open up in another browser. So here's the resulting meeting options screen that opens in a new browser. I'll go ahead and expand this here. And we have some decisions to make in terms of getting ourselves set up before our meeting is started here. So the first option is who can bypass the lobby. And so we have different options in here. We can say only I can bypass the lobby. So I want to be able to let everyone in as they enter the meeting. Or I can say people in my organization. I'll leave it as people in my organization here. The second option here is to always let callers bypass the lobby. Now, a caller is someone that's actually calling in via a phone number that's provided when the meeting is scheduled. So if your organization has the calling feature turned on, when your attendees receive the email, a phone number will be embedded in that email invitation and they can call in with their telephone. And so I will let them bypass the lobby, come straight in if they're calling via phone. I can set an alert to notify me when people either join or leave the meeting. This could be distracting, so it's up to you. I'll turn that off here. And then who can present? We have different options here. So we can say everyone can present, people in my organization and guests, specific people, or only me. And so it's your meeting. You'll have an idea of what you want to accomplish. If you have specific people who are presenting, you can go ahead and just kind of choose specific people here. All right, so I can choose some specific people, maybe Alex. All right. And then in the other option is to allow microphones for attendees. You can turn that off or on. Allow camera for attendees. You can turn that off and on as well. Sometimes you may forget to record the meeting. And so we can actually just turn that on automatically. I'll toggle this on here. And we can allow reactions, different reactions such as thumbs up or clapping hands. We can turn those off or on depending on the type of setting that you're providing. And then finally, the last option is for some translation. If you want to turn on live captions here, we can enable this as long as you have a caption service that's set up. I'm going to go ahead and click on save. And I'm all done. I'm going to go ahead and close that. And I'll go ahead and click close here. So we're all set for our meeting. There's a few more things that we can do, but for now, go ahead, pause the video, go ahead and schedule a meeting right from one of your channels. Maybe create a channel and go ahead and schedule a meeting. Once the meeting is scheduled, go back and open up the meeting options and specify the options that you want before your meeting starts, and come right back. Welcome back. Well, hopefully you were able to schedule the meeting and set up your meeting options there as well. I want to do a few more things. I'm going to go back into my meeting options here. So I'll click on View Meeting Details under the More menu. And there's some other things in here that I want to go ahead and interact with. So now that I've scheduled a meeting, I also have this chat option here. I also have the breakout rooms that I can go ahead and take care of. So I want to go ahead and set up the breakout rooms ahead of time. So I'll go ahead and click on breakout rooms. And just wait for that to be created here. I'll go ahead and create the rooms. I want 2 rooms, and I'll just go ahead and add the rooms here. So this is good because we can go ahead and set up our rooms ahead of time before the meeting. Sometimes it's very difficult while you're in the meeting, spending a lot of time setting the rooms up. And so we can go ahead and take care of this right now. So we have 2 rooms here. So if I click on my room settings for room 1, I can go ahead and click on Edit. I can go ahead and rename this room if I want to. Maybe I'll call this Team 1. And then I'll go ahead and call this one Team 2. And this one I'll go ahead and add or assign the participants. So I can assign them manually, or I can do it automatically. In this case, I want to go ahead and manually assign my participants here. And so it's a matter of just clicking on someone's name and assigning them to a particular room. Alex will go to room Team 1. I want Megan on Team 2. I also want Diego on room 1 and Patty on room 2. So just like that, if I click on Alex, I can also assign from here as well. If I had a lot of participants, I can find them by searching here, but I'm pretty much good to go. I'll go ahead and click on Assign. So these are kind of the same things that we'll be doing if we were in our meeting. We have some other options here up to the top right. I can go ahead and add another room if I want to. I can recreate the rooms. I can delete the rooms, or I can have some more settings here for my breakout rooms. If I click on the settings gear here, I can actually assign a presenter. So when I set up my meeting options earlier in the web browser, if I assigned a specific person to be a presenter, I can actually assign them to manage a particular room. Right? So Alex, I can say Alex can manage one of the rooms if I want to. Okay. I can set a time limit. I can say we just want each breakout room to be, let's say maybe 15 minutes. 15 minutes is okay. We'll leave it at that. There we go. And then the other option down here is automatically move people to rooms. I like to use this. And if we want to allow people to return to the main room or the main meeting room, we can toggle this option here as well. So I'll turn all of these on. I'll go ahead and click OK here. I'll turn off my presenter to manage the rooms. And just like that, we were able to go ahead and set up our breakout rooms ahead of time, making things a lot more efficient for us when we actually run our meeting. So go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and set up your breakout rooms. Sometimes it will be necessary. If I go back into the meeting options here, sometimes you'll find it necessary to add some of your attendees here in the required attendees portion here. Otherwise, you would need to wait for everyone to kind of accept the meeting before you can create the breakout rooms. So go ahead, pause the video, set up your breakout rooms, and come right back. Welcome back. Well, so far we were able to schedule a meeting, set up meeting options, and set up breakout rooms. Now we're going to go back into the meeting details, and we're going to make use of the chat space that's available. And we're going to go ahead and create a poll that we can use for our meeting or for our channel there as well. So I just closed my slide deck. I'm right here back on my meeting details. If you take a look on the top here, we'll see a tab for the chat. I'll go ahead and click on that chat icon here. And so this is kind of the chat space that's reserved for this meeting. And so as you can see, I was able to upload or attach a file for everyone to kind of take a look at before the actual meeting starts. I just left a little message here that says, please read before our meeting. Again, we can always attach a file by clicking on the attachment icon right here. And I just simply uploaded that from my computer here. Here are the team rules. Maybe I'll upload another file here. It's book one file. Okay. And maybe I'll just say, please complete. Okay, so please complete your section of the spreadsheet. So we're just going to be using this space here to get anything ready before our meeting. We could also, if I click on close here, we could also do that right here in our main chat space, but it's good to kind of just have that separate space that we can focus on right for the meeting here as well. So at this point, what I want to do, I want to go ahead and actually create a poll. You can do it from the chat. So right here, you can click on the form icon, and that will actually allow you to kind of create a quick poll here. But I want to be able to create one. So I'll go ahead and click on the add a tab icon here. And I'm going to go ahead and search for forms. And so here's my form. So if I have any existing forms, I can drop them in here. I don't currently have any. So I want to go ahead and create a new one here as well. So the process of using a form in a meeting is different for a meeting that is scheduled within a channel as opposed to a meeting that is scheduled outside of a channel. In this case, what we can do is create the form and then share the link during our meeting as well. So I'll go ahead and just kind of write this up here. So I went ahead and said, I'll call this team event. I don't want to post to the channel about this yet, so I'll just kind of leave this here. I'll go ahead and click save. So it's setting up my form for me. Notice how it adds it here at the top of my channel. It's called Edit Team Event. And I'll just go ahead and add I'll add a multiple choice question here. And I'll just keep it simple. Okay, so we'll choose an option. We can have a barbecue at the beach. Hopefully it's warm outside. Option 2, we'll have a movie marathon. And I'll add one more option here. And maybe my third option will be karaoke night. So we'll do karaoke. Okay. So at that point, I can have a few options here. I can say if it's required or not. Maybe I will do it. I'll leave that here. I have some other options here. I can shuffle the options and so forth and so on. Some more advanced features here, but I want to go ahead and keep it simple. Pretty much done. So I'll go ahead and click on the share icon here. And I want to just copy this here. All right. I'll kind of just save this for a little later. So I'll copy this here. I can shorten the URL if I want to. So I'll copy this and I'll leave this later on for when I'm running my meeting. I can go ahead and run this poll here. So I'm going to go back to the posts. If I wanted to, I can drop it in right here in the form of a chat. I can insert that link here, but I want to go ahead and save that for the meeting here as well. So just a few ways, take advantage of the chat and go ahead and just drop in some files or any special meeting related items that you need in there. Go ahead and create a poll as well. Copy that link, make sure that you have it readily available for our meeting, and come right back. Let's go ahead and move on to the next section of our course here on Teams for Trainers. We want to go ahead and make a test call just to make sure that our audio and our video is all working correctly. And then we're going to go ahead and run an instant meeting and just take a look at some of the tools that we need to be aware of before we conduct our meeting. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my settings menu right next to my profile here. So for settings and more, I'm going to go ahead and click on settings. And then I'll go ahead and click on devices here. So notice here you can go ahead and set up your audio and your video devices here. So here are my speakers, here's my microphone. And if I scroll down, I can go ahead and take a look at my camera as well. I'm having Teams automatically adjust my camera controls. There's my HD webcam as well. So at this point, what we can do, go ahead and click on Make a Test Call. It's going to go through a video test, an audio test, and a microphone test for you. It will provide you with instructions as you kind of go through the test call. And if everything is okay, you're good to go. Otherwise, just come back and make some changes to your devices there as well. So pause the video and go ahead and make your test call. My test call was completed. Now I'm back on my asset management channel here. And so before my meeting starts, I want to go ahead and just launch a quick meeting. It will just be me by myself here. So I'll go ahead and meet right away. Okay. And at this point, I just want to go ahead and join the meeting and take a look at some of the tools that I need to be aware of here. So notice right here, if I want to, I can go ahead and copy the meeting link. And if I want to invite any other people, maybe someone is kind of, not just kind of disconnected and they need that link, they can have that option there as well. So notice that we have the participants menu. We can go ahead and show our participants. Our attendees are not here yet. Okay, but we can kind of search through for our participants by typing in the search box. On the More option here, we can manage permissions. We can go ahead and lock the meeting so that no one else can enter after a certain point as well. And whenever we're ready, we can go ahead and download the attendance list. In terms of chat, here is where we can drop in that link for our form, or we can run the form there for everyone. And in terms of breakout rooms, right? Remember, we did create the breakout rooms ahead of time. So instead of setting these up, they'll automatically be created for us. And we can just move things around as needed. Go ahead and cancel this here. So the next thing here, if I click on the More Actions here. So if I wanted to make any last minute changes, I can go ahead and click on the meeting options and make some changes here as well. If someone asks about the meeting info, we can always pull up the meeting info here. And I can go ahead and copy the join info and I can share that with other people here as well. Okay. So I'll go back to my More options here. One thing to note, there will be different views. The default view is the gallery view. So we can kind of move things around here. If you want to view more than 9 videos at once, we can choose the large gallery. The together mode is very popular. You can share a virtual space with 4 or more people. And you can change the environment from an auditorium to a conference table as well. There's some other options here to show the gallery at the top or to go ahead and focus on the content as well. And so these are just some of the options that we can kind of be prepared for here. And again, for the reactions, we can remind people that they can press Ctrl+Shift+K to be able to raise or lower their hand. So once we've passed the equipment test and we've just taken a look around at some of the menus in here, some of the host controls that we may need to use for our meeting, we're pretty much good to go. I'm going to go ahead and leave this meeting here. Actually, I'll end the meeting. And I'll just dismiss this here. All right, so go ahead and pause the video finish your equipment test there and go ahead and launch a quick meeting, and just make sure that you're ready to use some of the host controls in preparation for your upcoming meeting. Welcome back. Well, it's time to go ahead and launch our meeting. We'll fast forward until that date here, and we'll start the meeting, and we'll go ahead and look at the overview of some of the meeting tools that we want to explain to our attendees. We don't want to assume that they understand or know how to use all the tools, such as raising your hand or muting your microphone. We'll go ahead and present our screen. We'll open up our breakout rooms, and we'll demo a whiteboard activity as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to my asset management channel here, and I'll go ahead and launch this meeting. I'll go ahead and click on join. Go ahead and join the meeting. I'll make sure that my microphone is turned off. I'll launch it here. So once I launch the meeting here, I just need to wait for my attendees to arrive. Now that we have a few people in here, we want to go ahead and just remind them of some basic features, such as raising your hand or using the chat. Okay, using the chat here as well, accessing the chat. And we want to remind them of the shortcuts, namely some of the meeting shortcuts, such as raising or lowering your hand. We can advise them that you can press Control-Shift-K if you want to raise or lower your hand. So pressing it once will raise your hand in the form of asking a question so as to not interrupt the speaker or the presentation. And to lower your hand, you can go ahead and toggle Control-Shift-K again as well. You can ask everyone to make sure that they please mute themselves unless it is necessary. They can use the shortcut key Control-Shift-M to go ahead and mute themselves as well. At this point, you can just kind of remind them of any kind of ground rules that was set forth before the meeting as well. As you can see, because we did choose the meeting option to have the recording to be automatic there, we do see it here. I'll go ahead and dismiss this to kind of move this out of the way. I'll go ahead and click on my participants icon here and take a look at the menu. Now that we have some attendees in our actual meeting, we have the option here to mute everyone. Maybe we want to mute everyone to kind of get things just organized here. We can disable the microphones, disable the cameras. We can go ahead and manage any other permissions that we want to. And whenever we're ready, we can go ahead and download the attendance list. For individuals, we can type a name to search for a particular person. Or as we mouse over each of the individuals here, notice that we can interact with them. We can turn off their microphones right from here individually. And we have some options here. So we can spotlight a particular person. That will make their tile bigger on the Teams screen here as well. We can remove the person from the meeting, or we can go ahead and make the person a presenter. So all these options here are available once our attendees are actually in the meeting, and we'll have those options there for them. At this point, we can go ahead and we can launch that poll actually that we created earlier. So in the chat, we can go ahead and paste that link right here. And if we press enter, all of our attendees have the opportunity to go ahead and click on that form, which will open up in a new browser for them. And they can answer that poll, and the poll will be collected and updated in our Teams channel here as well. I'm going to go ahead and close this side panel here for the meeting chat. We do have our rooms here. So here are our breakout rooms. I'll go ahead and click on here. Okay, so we did have these breakout rooms set up ahead of time. As you can see, here's team 1 with Alex and Diego, and team 2 here with Megan and Patty. So I can go ahead and open up these rooms here since Megan and Patty are here, and that should pop them right into the room. If I want to, I can go ahead and add a room if I want to. If if I had more participants here, I can actually go ahead and assign them as well. I can go ahead and recreate the breakout rooms. I can go ahead and delete them. And I can also go ahead and take a look at the options, the room settings here as well. I'll go ahead and open these rooms. So my rooms are open now. And well, I have one room open because Megan and Patty were in the same room. So I could do a few things here. One of the nice features is I can make an announcement, and so that I don't have to pop into each room individually to speak with everyone, I can go ahead and just send a quick announcement here. Maybe I'll say 5 minutes remaining. And this will broadcast that message to all of the rooms here. So we've sent your announcement to all rooms here as well. Okay. So at this point, I'm just kind of waiting for the rooms. We did set a time limit of 15 minutes as well. For the purposes of this demo, we'll go ahead and just close the room. I'll click on the More options next to room 2. And I'll go ahead and close that room. And I'll wait for the room to close and everyone to return here to the main session. So my rooms have closed. Everyone is back here in the main session. And at this point, what I want to do is go ahead and actually share my screen. So I'll go ahead and click on the share icon here. Notice the shortcut key to share content is Control-Shift+E. I'll go ahead and click on share. And we do have this presenter mode here. We have different types of presentations that we can use, such as content only. If our camera is turned on, we can choose this layout where it kind of places us almost like augmented reality, where it shows us and with our content behind us. We have another layout where we're kind of side by side, and then we have kind of the news broadcast layout here as well. So all these are available to us if we have our camera turned on. So we have a few sections here. If you have more than one screen, your screens will show up here. So I can go ahead and share a screen, or I can go ahead and share a window. I'm going to go ahead and share a window here. And let's see, I have quite a few. I want to go ahead and open up my presentation here. And if I want to play audio, I want to make sure that I have include computer sound turned on here. Not playing audio. Just want to go ahead and open up this PowerPoint slide here. Okay. And so now I'm presenting right here. I can go back to my meeting by clicking on the small icon down here as well. I can stop sharing by clicking on the X. I do have my menu kind of up here at the top. I'll go back here. There it is. Okay. So I can give control to someone else if I want to. I can stop presenting. I can pin this bar so that it stays here so that I can always see it. If I turn on my camera, I can switch to one of these other present views here as well. I'm going to go ahead and stop presenting. And this will bring me back here to my main window. If I want to share something else here, I'll go back to my share content. And one of the features here is the Microsoft Whiteboard. And if I click on my whiteboard here, it will open up my whiteboard for me. So here's my whiteboard. I'm going to go ahead and maximize my screen actually. There we go. And so for my whiteboard, I can do a few things here. Notice I have my writing instruments here. I have my eraser, my highlighter. And as we just kind of mouse over these, it kind of gives us some information as to what they are. Okay. Here's my lasso that I can use to select anything that I've kind of marked up. And the ruler says it's coming soon. So I can drop notes on here. Different types here. I can have a note grid, or I can just simply drop a yellow note. So kind of like a sticky. So my sticky note. And once I have that here on my whiteboard, I can move my whiteboard around just by clicking on an empty space and just kind of dragging things around here as well. do have my zoom controls down here in the bottom, so I can zoom out or I can zoom in. Right? So I can just go ahead and interact with this here as well. Now my attendees can actually mark this up as well. So they do have the capability to go ahead and add some notes on here, or maybe add a note grid. I'll go ahead and make use of the pen here. And so the pen does give you some kind of correction as you're actually writing. We'll go ahead and try to reset that there. We can change the size, the color of that nature as well. So I'm going to go ahead and close this pen window here. And I'll go ahead and click on, here's the inking. And if I want to add some other things here, I can, such as text. I can drop a text box right onto my canvas. And then if I want to add some shapes, I have various shapes that I can use here as well. All right. And if I go back, there's also some templates in here that we can use. So there are a lot of built-in templates in here. So for example, such as brainstorming, we have an affinity diagram, a brainstorm. We can drop this on here if we want to. Okay, we have a topic brainstorm. So we can brainstorm various topics with our team. So we can do that as well. So I'll go ahead and delete these here from my canvas. And we'll wrap up by just dropping in this topic brainstorm here. I just need to go ahead and place it here. And once it's done, I'll do my best to kind of resize things here. And this will give everyone an opportunity to go ahead and interact. We can enter our topics and we can enter any brainstorming ideas in each of these topic columns here as well. So a very nice tool that Microsoft has provided for us. Various activities. I challenge you to go ahead and just kind of explore all of these different options here. Okay, from brainstorming, problem solving, design, all the way down to learning. Take a look at these and see if any of these will be helpful for your meeting. Once I'm done, if I go ahead and click on the gear icon here, I can export this as an image if I want to. I can go ahead and actually open this in a separate window in the actual app if I want to. And as always, if I want my participants to be able to edit this, I can go ahead and check this off here as well. So go ahead and pause this video. We covered quite a few here. Go ahead and launch that meeting that you scheduled, and go ahead and take a look at the different tools that you have available to you to just kind of manage your meeting and your attendees. Open up that breakout room and play around with those breakout rooms as well. Share your screen, take a look at the different sharing options, and go ahead and share that whiteboard, and then come right back. Welcome back. We covered quite a bit there when we started our meeting, such as the overview of the meeting tools for our attendees, presenting our screen, the breakout rooms, and the whiteboard activity as well. So now we want to go ahead and wrap up and see what Teams has recorded for us. And now that our meeting is over. And one of the things that we want to take a look at is the attendance here. There are a few ways that we can do that. I'll go back to my channel here. And so here we have this extensive report just based on our meeting. So here's some of the files that we shared in the chat earlier. We can see that the recording was started, a form was shared. And here's the attendance report. We can actually go ahead and click on the attendance report right here. It will open in an Excel sheet. We can go ahead and take a look at that as well. And if we go down a little further, we can see that the meeting was recorded. So we can play back the meeting right here. Under more options, we can open it, or we can get a link here for it as well. So I'll click on the attendance report. I'll go ahead and save that maybe to my downloads folder here. And once that's ready, I'll go ahead and open that up. Another thing that I can do is I can go back to the meeting here, to the meeting options. I'll click on View Meeting Details. And once I'm here, I can actually click on the attendance. And if I just click on the appropriate meeting here we can see all of our attendees, when they joined, when they left, the meeting duration, and their role as well. So we don't necessarily need to open the Excel file. We can actually just take a look here, get all of our data. We can also download our data from right here as well. But let me go ahead and grab that Excel file. So this is what the Excel file looks like. Okay, just kind of move things around here a little bit. And I'll auto expand all of these columns here. Okay, so kind of the same information here: the title of the meeting, the start time, the end time, even the meeting ID, and all of our attendees here as well. Okay. So very nice. If you want to have that, you can share that or print that or distribute that as necessary. And so it's pretty cool, right? We're able to just get a nice recap of our meeting. Notice that when we come back to our channel, it kind of condenses everything for us right here. If we want more details, we can just click on the little icon here, 14 replies, and we can get a nice summary and overview of that as well. So go ahead and pause the video and come back to the channel and observe some of the reporting that was provided by Microsoft Teams here. Some of them will be very, very useful, especially going forward when you are scheduling future meetings. So go ahead and pause the video, visit the channel, take a look and see what was reported, and come right back. Welcome back, and congratulations on completing our course on Microsoft Teams for Trainers. Hopefully you're more prepared and you're more confident with scheduling meetings and conducting meetings in the future as well. Just a quick recap here. We schedule a meeting and we took a look at some of the meeting options and we're able to create the breakout rooms ahead of time. Once the meeting was scheduled, we're able to use the chat space to share files and create a poll in the form of a link that we were able to use later on in the actual meeting. We conducted a test call to make sure that our audio and video checked out and our microphone checked out as well. And then we had a quick run through, a quick meeting using the Meet Now command on the top right of our channel. And we took a look at some of the host tools that we would need when we're conducting our meeting. We started a meeting and we notified our attendees of some of the common tools that they will need, such as raising their hand or muting or unmuting themselves. We're able to present our screen. We're able to open our breakout rooms and close them and actually broadcast a message to the breakout rooms as well. We had a preview of the whiteboard feature that's available in Microsoft Teams. And once the meeting was over, we were able to download the attendance, take a look at it, and we were able to look at the report that Microsoft Teams created for us based on our meeting. And we're able to see that the meeting was recorded and available right there in our channel space as well. So congratulations on completing this course, and I look forward to seeing all of you in a future Learnit course. Have a wonderful day.